we're all family here and we're close together.
One reason why I love it here for my kids is that the sense of community.
You can form special relationships with your friends and also your teachers.
The one thing I can say I like about Sebring is that our classes are smaller, so it's a lot easier to develop relationships with teachers. For example, Mrs. Mathias and Mrs. Thompson, I've gotten really close with, and they've helped me a lot throughout my school year.
I think Sebring High School is special to me because the people in it and the teachers really take the time to actually get to know you and care for you. I personally have had teachers offer me to stay there because I have at their house because I've had a pretty bad home life, so they don't get paid to offer students to live with them or buy them things. They've always made sure I've had what I need and really took time to take care of me, and I really appreciate it.
One thing I love about Sebring is having small classrooms because when you are struggling with something, teachers are willing to help you with it.
One thing I love about Sebring is that we're a very close community, and you can form special relationships with your friends and also your teachers.
Sebring's special to me because it introduced me to Panda. It's given me so many opportunities, and if I wasn't at Sebring, I wouldn't have the future that I have now, and I'm grateful for it every day.
And one thing that's special to me about Sebring is that they make it feel like home. Everybody cares about you, and they'll never leave you behind. Everyone's always right there to help you along the way.
What I like about Sebring is that we're all family here and we're close together.
And the thing that I feel special about Sebring is that we get to have a special bond with our coaches throughout our sports seasons because they tend to care more and connect with us since we're such a small group. Even during cheer season, our football coaches and our basketball coaches always make sure that we're okay.
I like how Sebring is so small and you know everyone and everyone knows you.
One thing I love about Sebring is how we have small classes, and in them small classes we can form relationships with our classmates. And then in sports we have small teams, which people might think is a disadvantage, but I think it helps on the field and on the court.
I like that we're small and we all have an opportunity to play sports.
One thing I love about here is that as a freshman I've had a lot of experience and opportunities to play sports.
I mean, my whole senior year, I was constantly in Mrs. Thompson's room, hanging out with her. She's such a great woman and just such a great resource, and I still talk to her regularly to make sure that my mental state is intact and stuff like that with the stress of colleges. And with Herm, all through high school, her and my mom were constantly talking about whether I was getting my stuff done or whether I was where I was supposed to be. And still in college, she texts my mom and says, "How's Brandon doing?" All that stuff. So just understanding that these people still think about you and still care about you really gives you a sense of home and belonging.
Being an alumni of SHS to me is what paved the way I got to where I am and who I am. I met a lot of incredible people who are still my best friends, and this school is just everything that got us to who we are and where we are.
So when I first joined SCARP, the Sebring Can Achieve reading program, I wasn't intending on being an early childhood educator. But the kids through there and working with all the teachers that I had in elementary school really showed me that I have a passion for teaching kids.
Being a type 1 diabetic through all of school, these teachers went above and beyond to make sure that I was able to participate in everything, give me any extra help I needed when there was days that I didn't make it to school or had other issues. And honestly, they're like a second family to me.
I appreciate the individuality, the attention that they're given. Their special needs. My youngest is on the spectrum, and I know anywhere else he would not be able to flourish the way that he does because of the way that I can work with teachers on a one-to-one basis and work with staff, and just the love and care that is given to my children. That's important to me.
You can come in and volunteer, and no other school does what Sebring does for that, I mean, you can be a part of your kids' education.
My son gets to experience a lot of what Sebring has to offer in the same ways that I did. I didn't realize how fortunate I was until I moved away. and got to know other people that went to bigger high schools. You know, at Sebring, the ability to participate in many sports and in activities, that's what makes Sebring special. And in this case, that's being small is an advantage. And that's what, as a parent, I appreciate that.